Ready, Podbean? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. Here I am again. The party just seems to keep on moving. Welcome, everybody, tonight, once again, to the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard and seen live everywhere at the moment. What is going on tonight? I hope that you guys, as you come in or at any time, will go ahead and just begin to share all the content of what's going on here on the show on tonight. Forgive me, of course, y'all should know me by now. You know, I'm trying to share as well, which is the reason why I have not spoken to some of you. I will do that. Hello, I'll do this starting off. A hello to the ones that are on Podbean. Jelania, I believe I see you there. Thanks for popping in on me for a minute or so. Appreciate you on Podbean. And then those of you who are on all of these platforms that we have here, I'm looking now. I see a couple of you on the Big Time Show page, as well as the Big Time Show page on YouTube and the Sports Empire Network page. What is going on tonight? We got a lot to talk about tonight, and I'm going to try to shut it off as much as I can so I can make sure I get out all the things that I pretty much want to talk about on tonight. Some of you are disappointed. Some of you are still a little fuming from yesterday. Some of you have mistaken identity, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. Some of you are really, kind of in the middle of things, and we're going to try to make sure that we talk about all of that on tonight. Again, I ask that you guys will share as much as you can. If you don't mind, help your boy out here, and we'll see. You guys will share as much as you can. Let me turn it down here. So that's what you have when you mess that up, you know. Hope you guys share again. I'm sharing as we speak. I'm going to share this to my page, and hopefully y'all guys will join on. Who knows? Let's see what's going to happen. All right, let me speak to everybody that has tuned in and just spoken. Greg, what's up? Spoonie, yes, sir. My brother Shane, what is going on tonight? Let's talk real quick because I don't want to be here too long tonight. I'm good. What's up, Mike? Mike Evans, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you popping in on me on tonight. Always a pleasure to have my folks with me. Because when my folks here, we can just go on talk. And you know what I'm saying? And y'all know me by now. Your opinion is just as valuable as mine. And y'all know me. You know that I'm open to changing my mind. You see, I don't mind if I'm right. I'm gonna stick with it. But if I'm right, and then you prove me that my rightness is actually wrong, then I'll switch in right here in the middle. I ain't got to wait. I'm gonna say, hey, you right. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys going. Let's start off first. Number one, let's get this out the way real quick while I got y'all. What's up, coach? I say, let me get this out the way before y'all do all this complaining like I've been seeing all day. Here's the bottom line. We won. That look at the end of the day. See, the way y'all complaining now, imagine if we would have lost. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you how hypocritical Cowboy fans have been, as well as, of course, the news media and everything else. While y'all here, I'm gonna get to it in just a second. We won the football game. That's we're 10-3. And believe me, I'd rather be 10-3 than 9-4. I told y'all before the game started. Well, I told you on this Saturday. I told y'all, I don't care if we win by 1 point or by 1,000 points. It makes no difference to me. I want to win because the Philadelphia Eagles are making us play every game right now because we can't fall another game back. That's 3 games. The division will be over. Right now, we're in some type of striking distance. We're only 2 games back. Still a lot of games to play. Plus, we got Philly on our schedule. We'll still need some help, even if we beat Philly. But we cannot afford to go 3 games back. You see what I'm saying? So all I care about, now y'all can go ahead and get nitpicky and all that kind of stuff. If that's what y'all want to do, guess what? Probably what you're nitpicky about probably is not wrong. But make sure when you finish griping and complaining now, make sure that you understand that you are 10-3. And as Cowboy fans, let's take this. Let's understand this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're double-digit wins for the first time since 1996. Hello. Which is another whole show by itself because see, a lot of y'all want McCarthy gone. But if he leaves, he's won a lot of football games for the Dallas Cowboys, other than the year that Dak Prescott was out for most of that whole year. Look at his record since then. Y'all hollering about Sean Payton. Okay. Be careful on how you want to give up on a coach that give you double-digit wins every year. We ain't seen this and we ain't seen this. So, 10 wins usually would get you in the playoffs. It will. This man probably is going to win this year again. He's probably going to win probably between 11 and 12 games again. So let's be real clear. While y'all complaining about time management, while y'all complaining about this and that and penalties and all that, please give the whole story. He's won. All right, okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful how y'all want to throw this. Look, I don't want to hear nothing. I understand we ain't won the playoff. I get that. I understand. I get it. And we want so much more. But first, you got to win games to even get into the dance. Mike McCarthy is a winning football coach. When you finish talking, double-digit wins. We ain't seen it. We ain't seen it in years. So 10 wins back-to-back years, probably going to be a couple more. He's probably going to win somewhere between probably 11, 12 games this year. Same amount that he won last year. Now, let me go back before I really start diving into the game. It was this time last year that the Cowboys came in riding high, and we played the Denver Broncos last year. Everybody remember that. The Cowboys came out slow, and the Denver Broncos punched us in the mouth By the time the third quarter was over, we were down 30-0. This was a good team last year around this time. I think we had 9 or 10 wins at this point last year. We played the same way, starting off just like we did last year. Slow, which is one of the points that I had said on Saturday. We started the game off slow. The Cowboys, when they start off slow, they can't automatically. What I'm noticing about this team, when they start off slow, they don't automatically push a button and then they go into turbo speed. It takes them a little bit before they finally get things going. That's just our team. However, we didn't. We let the Houston Texans play their Super Bowl game, as I've always said. Like I said yesterday, every team that comes to Dallas, or every team that is at home and the Cowboys come to them, it is their Super Bowl game. They'll play above their head. Guys who ain't done nothing all year, all of a sudden look like first team all pros. That's what you saw last night. David Mills hadn't done nothing all year. He looked like the second coming of Joe Montana. Then you had another quarterback who thought he was Michael Vick. Everything worked. And before you know it, the Houston Texans are right there at the end with a lead. Okay? It was their game to lose. A great goal line stand by the Cowboys actually to save the game, because if Houston would have scored, the game would have been over with. But thanks to DeMarcus Lawrence, Anthony Barr, they made a tremendous goal line stand, gave the ball to the Cowboys at the 2-yard line, down, needing a touchdown to win. To win, you could have tied it 23-20. Hey, Terry, I see you. You could have tied it, but the Cowboys, of course, wanted to go, and depending on how the drive went, they wanted to go for the win. And we all know, let's go crazy. I want to set y'all up, and this is my point. I want to prove how critical and hypocritical Dallas Cowboy fans are. I want to show y'all something, because we just had something that happened recently. Almost the same situation, but the results were different. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This is why you have to really formulate your own opinions. You can't go by ESPN. You can't go by some of these chats y'all in with the Dallas Cowboy fans. You can't go by Dak haters, and you can't go by Dak lovers. Okay? Well, this is what happened. Andy Barr tackles the guy at the 2-yard line. The Cowboys, in order for them to go ahead by a touchdown, they had to go 98 yards. 98 yards. 98 yards. I don't care who you playing. I don't care if it's Houston Texans or the defending Super Bowl champions. 98 yards is a long way to go against an NFL defense. And you're in the 2-minute drill. I'm going to go on fast forward. We all know what happened. The Cowboys scored the touchdown. Dak Prescott led that drive. Zeke Elliott closed it out from the 2-yard line. Cowboys go up. Cowboys win the game. But yet today, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters are talking about what Dak did previously, instead of talking about, hey, we've been begging to see y'all. Y'all forgot, right? We've been begging to see, and I don't care. Some of y'all as the Houston Texans. Nobody, no, I don't want to hear that. You've been begging to see what would happen if you had less amount of time on the clock and you put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand. Could he deliver? See, when you're talking about the interceptions that he had, okay, we all know he got hit in the arm on one of them. Okay, y'all saw that. Okay, but let's talk about this drive. Did he deliver? You have no question but to say yes. But just in case you're not, then I have to wonder about you a little bit because of what happened the week before. Now you'll have to say, well, what you talking about, big time? Because we blew out The Colts? What you talking about? I'll show you how hypocritical Cowboy fans, ESPN, Fox, everybody else is. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't do anything the whole game until the last drive last week, in which the quarterback was Mr. Tom Brady. Tom Brady did not do nothing the previous week. He did not do anything. The Saints whipped him, but they left the door open on a last drive and a long drive. Tom Brady throws a last-second touchdown, and the narrative was Brady did it again. Oh, my God, he's the greatest. Brady, oh, my God. Tom Brady does it again. It was the last thing, just like Dak Prescott did. 98-yard drive for Dak Prescott. Instead, y'all want to talk about him getting his arm hit. He's getting a little interception. Where is the praise for Dak Prescott? I need the same energy that you had for Tom Brady. Cowboy fans, y'all did it too. Oh my God, Brady. He ain't done nothing. No. He didn't do it the whole game, y'all. See, I ain't lying because y'all remember all this. Some of y'all were cheering for Brady, which is fine. I get it. Tom Brady's from my favorite college football team, which is the Michigan Wolverines, gold blue. You know what I'm saying? I love Brady myself. But Dak Prescott just did the same thing. And everybody saying, can the Cowboys play like this and win? Well, you didn't say that about Tom Brady last week. You praised Tom Brady. Dak just did the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Brady threw the 2-yard touchdown and Ezekiel Elliott ran it in. I'm sorry. Okay, if you want to go that route, okay. Dak Prescott drove 96 yards. Okay, all right. Y'all kill me how y'all have a case of mistaken identity. Dak Prescott made that drive, made the solid throws. He did it. He didn't have to do it all game. Guess what? He did it when it counted. He did. And that's the reason why we're 10-3. The game fell in his hand. He delivered. And that's the bottom line. We won the game. Of course, y'all got greedy because we just destroyed the Colts. Y'all got greedy. Y'all thought we supposed to win by 90 points and all that kind of stuff. Y'all should have known better. It's the NFL. Y'all know how teams get up to play the Cowboys. I don't care what the record is. It never have failed. It ain't just started this year. It's been this way for years, for decades. Everybody plays their best game against the Dallas Cowboys. It is never not been that way. Teams that don't have a chance to make the playoffs, they play like Super Bowl champions. And teams that are in the playoffs, they play like all pros. Everybody gets up for the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So it was not surprising to me to see Houston play their best game. That was their best game the whole year. It was. It was their best game the whole year. And they played good. Like they played good yesterday. The Houston Texans did. They played good ball yesterday. They did. The Cowboys won a game. Watch this. Y'all, since y'all Cowboy fans like I am, and you've been watching just like I have, the Cowboys actually won a game, watch this, that they usually lose. Because usually what we'll say is they can't win at the end. They can't. Good teams, I'm quite sure you heard this today, but if you haven't, I'll say it for you because it's really the truth. Good teams find a way to win. Good teams find a way to win. The Cowboys did what a good team does when everything is not working perfectly, when everything is not, right, offense not clicking, defense really not clicking, they still do just enough to get it done. Some of y'all saying, well, that's not going to win in the playoffs. That's not going to win. Well, how you know they're going to play like that in the playoffs? How you know? How you know the other team not going to have a bad day? How you know we can't get some early turnovers? Turn them into points. I mean, that's too many out. We just don't know. So we'll worry about that when it get there. In the meantime, the Dallas Cowboys, bottom line, are 10-3. I don't know why y'all. I'm disappointed in the Cowboy family. My phone been blowing up all day because I'm in so many groups, and I just be reading. I didn't even respond to none of it. I say I'll save all mine for the night. It is utterly ridiculous how Tom Brady can do the same exact thing, and the whole world praise him like, "Oh my God, he proves again he's the greatest of all time." I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying, look how the narrative changes. Dak Prescott does it. You worried about can the Cowboys win like this? Can the man just made a 98-yard drive? I don't see what and with a winning touchdown drive. I don't see how Dak can't get the same love. It's just the truth, y'all. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to admit it. Maybe because some of y'all was in that crowd. I get it. Hey, it's okay. I just need the same energy that y'all had with Tom Brady. Can y'all give a little bit to our quarterback? I go for ESPN, Fox, all of y'all that, because you never know what this video might reach to. I need the same energy. Because Dak just did what Brady did the previous week. Same thing. 90-some odd yard drive, winning touchdown drive. His team won. I don't see the difference. Oh, I know what the difference is. I understand. I understand Brady's stature. I understand what he has done. And I understand everything he does just adds to his legacy, why Dak is probably building a legacy. Y'all wanted to see a $40 million quarterback drive. That's what you saw yesterday. You still complaining. Huh? You wanted Dak to justify his salary. He just gave you a $40 million quarterback drive yesterday. I mean, can y'all at least say amen or something? It's just the truth. Yeah. And Shane said it like this. Y'all living in fantasy land. See, Cowboy fans are spoiled. And I'm finna get into the game depth. But I just had to get this out. Look what Shane says. Y'all read that. He said, what bothers all Cowboys fans is that they are not consistent. We expect dominance, especially over teams we should destroy. Well, it don't work out like that all the time. Cowboy fans are spoiled. They're spoiled. You spoiled by what happened in the Colt game. You think that's just spoiled to happen. In the meantime, you watching Philly destroy the Giants, and you think, well, we ought to destroy the Texans. It don't work like that. It don't. It don't work like that. I thought the game against Minnesota was supposed to be close. That's what Minnesota thought. Minnesota thought we were going. I mean, we didn't expect to win 40-3. Come on now. You just never know. You don't know when everything gonna click. You just never know. Cowboy fans really think this is Madden. We gonna score. We gonna score 35 every game. No, you're not. No, you're not. The defense is gonna hold teams under 17 points every game. Okay. Got my brother Terry right here. And he's right in his approach. Terry said he wants my praise, get out the first round, and at least make the NFC Championship game. Bro, okay. That's fine, but he deserves credit for yesterday. Oh, yeah, he deserves credit for yesterday now. I don't care who he played. 98 yards is 98 yards. When it was time to step it up, take control, he did it. He did. I know y'all. He did. And I'm cool with it. So I'd rather be 10-3 rather than 9-4. All right. I'm done with that part. Let's move to this part. Let's go inside the game now. I told y'all Saturday. I've been telling y'all since the beginning of this season. I told you this last season. All y'all gotta do is just go back to my library and just pull up shows. You're pretty much hearing me saying this what I'm getting ready to say. The Dallas Cowboys season lies in the hands of Kellen Moore. Somebody please explain to me why in the first half Dak Prescott had 23 throws against, ladies and gentlemen, against the worst run defense in the entire league. They were giving up 169 yards per game on the ground. Why in the world did Dak Prescott throw the ball 23 times by the half? Can somebody please help me understand why Kellen Moore came out passing, just passing. And at the end of the half, you look down at Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Guess what? I don't think they only had about 11 carries at halftime combined. The game was close. Why are we throwing the ball? I keep trying to tell y'all, Kellen Moore cannot help himself. He's trying to be the smartest man in the room, but you're killing your team by trying to do that. He's trying to say, well, I know they're gonna try to stop the run. Let's pass it. Their cornerbacks can't be that good. So we're gonna pass. We're just gonna pass and gun them out of there, and we'll come back to the run later. This is what will get you, Terry. You want to talk about Dak Prescott showing up? The way Kellen Moore called the game will get you home quick too. Yeah, it will. Because you see, I didn't like the fact, and I'm to the point like this. Whenever Ezekiel Elliott is in the game, okay, if y'all watch the game, which most of y'all did, and if you watch it more than once, like people like me, and if you got the all 22, can y'all answer me this question? When Ezekiel is in the game starting off, or even if he coming behind Pollard, why is it that his running plays are just running straight up the middle for 1 or 2 yards? Can somebody help me with that? Does it always have to go up the middle? Will he just get about 1-2 yards and it's a big base, 2 tight ends, 1 running back. Everybody knows Ezekiel is going to get the ball. Got 1 wide receiver. Why is it that he always got to run it straight up the middle? I just don't get it. As if that's the only play Ezekiel can run. If it is, he need to get off the field. If only play that Ezekiel can run is just a dive up the middle, you need to get him off the field because your defense is gonna kill that. But this is what he does. The funny part about it, however, is at the beginning of the game, if y'all were watching, they ran that same play, but Ezekiel was getting 7 yards and 8 yards and all that. Why Kellen started passing the ball nonstop? I just don't get it. I just don't. You're forgetting the identity of your football team. Your identity of your football team is a run it first, pass later type offense, play action pass. The Dak Prescott threw 23 times in the first half. Guess what? That was just about all he needed to throw for the whole game. If you would have played it right. If you watch my show, I've always said Dak Prescott for a game needs to throw the ball somewhere between 23 to 28 times a game. He already threw it 23 in the first half. This man was on pace for 40 some odd yard attempts. And the game was close. It should have been running the football. Why Kellen Moore won't do it? I know why. Because he's allergic to it. And that's what's going to get you sent home. More than just, since we want to say just that. it's going to be Kellen Moore because he refuses to do what needs to be done. Now, notice the difference, y'all. Somebody went in the locker room. I believe it was Coach McCarthy. That's just me. I wasn't there. I don't know. But did y'all notice in the second half we came out with about 7 straight running plays? Y'all notice that? Who you think said that? Who you think it was? Yeah, I mean, you can go all the way to Jerry Jones. I don't know if Jerry ran down the elevator and went in there and said it, or Steven, or was it Coach McCarthy, or what was it, Kellen himself? I don't know, but somebody said, look here, we're doing too much. My offensive linemen are going backwards in pass protection. These guys supposed to lay on people. I just don't understand why we got to go through this. I told you he can't help himself, y'all. He can't. And so when you run Zeke up the middle, and you know all he gonna get on these first couple drives, because everybody see what's coming. You know he ain't get them but 2-3 yards. Now it's 2nd and 7. Okay, now it's 2nd and 8. Kellen Moore don't believe in running the ball twice. Kellen Moore, if it's 2nd and long, he throwing it. And if Dak Prescott not on starting off, it's going to be a whole bunch of 3 and outs. That's what you saw yesterday. Can I ask you this question here? Y'all want to get critical? Why is that all we run? Y'all been following my show. Here we go. Why is it all we run is slants? Is there anything else in the route tree that the Cowboys know other than a slant route and a drag route? Which is a crossing route. I mean, is there anything other than that? As many slants as we run, where is the slant and go route? Where is that at? Where you run like you run a slant, then all of a sudden you put your foot plant and go straight to the corner. Where is that at? We ain't doing but running this. I mean, seriously. Zeke, some of this stuff is we saying the same things, y'all. We've been saying for the last 2-3 years. It's too predictable. I can tell you where Ezekiel Elliott is getting ready to run. I just based off the formation. I can tell you if he's going to be a run or not. Huh? Thank you, Terry. We run curl routes with a little comeback route where they run about 10 yards and come back to the ball. That's the only routes we run. I wish we did run a sluggo route, Michael Evans. We don't run no sluggo route. Where's the dig routes? Where are the dig routes? Where is it? Where are the well, we don't need no choice routes. Man, we figured that out. We don't need that. You want to do all this, but where's the pick routes? Where I mean, I don't even know. I ain't seen it, y'all. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. Hey, Buddha, appreciate you popping in. Buddha, listen to this. Watch this. Where is the draw play? Where's the draw? Where is, watch this. Have y'all seen the screenplay that we always run? Where's that been? You know, the screen pass to Ezekiel Elliott or Pollard. We ain't seen that. I mean, where is that at? Huh? Well, I all I see is slants. Now, if y'all see something else, y'all good. Where is the slant? I mean, where all I see is slants and a drag route. That's all I see. Now it's effective because guess what? We're 10-3. So I don't want to lose it. I'm just saying when a team knows, that's what Tampa said. If y'all remember, game 1. What did Devin White say? Devin White said, well, we already knew what they were running. That's why we sat on their routes. Houston was sitting on our routes yesterday. That's why it wasn't really working, because they know where they weren't going deep. And then when we start running, watch this, y'all, which is the problem I got with Dak. I gave him credit, but now I'm gonna say this. If y'all notice, Dak Prescott's interceptions come straight up when he runs trying to throw the ball down the middle of the field for something more than 10 plus yards. For some reason, those passes just don't connect. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, well, he did it to Schultz. I mean, but Schultz was wide open. I'm talking about when he tried to throw the CD or something like that. This is where he has small problems. Anything past 10 to 12 yards, that's when you start worrying about that a little bit, especially when they run the zone coverage. If they're running man coverage, then I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Zone, yeah. All right. Said here's a 49er fan here. He popping in. Nobody don't want to see us. Well, somebody got to come see. So we look, somebody gonna get on the plane and come see y'all. And hey, depending on who it is, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all got great defense. I give you credit. 49ers have a great defense. Great defense. Great running game. That'll win you a Super Bowl. It will. It will. So that's all the credit I give you 49er fans. All right. Now, I have a problem with Kellen Moore, as I always have. I have a serious problem with Kellen Moore because I can see him by trying to be the smartest man in the room. He is going to mess this stuff up. He almost did it yesterday. Every now and then he has an amnesia pill. He forgets that he has a running football team. That's what we're supposed to be. And he turns into the Madden 23 pinball machine, Dan Marino Express passing game, and it just does. It's not us. And I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt y'all. Well, Justin, that's what I said before. We won the game. If you were here early, you would have heard me say the bottom line is we won 10-3. I'm going through the details of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this. Now, this is the part where the mistaken identity has always come into play. I keep saying it, and I'm just gonna keep saying it again. Let me tell you something. Dak Prescott is not that type of quarterback. Now, some of y'all will get mad. I'm just telling y'all. You got to know your personnel. If with everybody saying that Dak Prescott needs to throw the ball 23 to 27 times a game or 23 to 28 times a game, that ought to tell you. See, there's a difference. If Patrick Mahomes throw the ball 27 times a game, somebody gonna be saying, is something wrong with Mahomes' arm? I mean, is he sick or what? No, because you expect Mahomes to throw the ball 40 times. Josh Allen, Burrow, all them guys, because you want them guys, because you know you got to have them throw the ball that time. You actually trust that. Let's be honest, Dallas Cowboy fans. We all know we don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball more than 27, 28 times. Why is that? Y'all, come here. We love Dak. We wouldn't trade him for the world, but let's come here. Let's be realistic and truthful. You know you don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball that many times like these other guys do. You know why? He's a complimentary quarterback. He is. His best games when the running game. His best games when the running game is well. Where he can play action pass. He's a tight end throwing specialist. He ain't no wide receiver, no. Our wide receivers don't run, gigantic routes to get 100-yard games. We shocked. That's why everybody was going crazy over Lamb getting a couple 100 yards, because we ain't used to it. We had Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper wasn't getting a whole bunch of 100-yard games. Part of that is because we distribute the ball a lot, different ways. But that's not really us. Dak Prescott, his best throws, watch this, y'all. His best throws are to the tight end. You know why? That's where it was at Mississippi State. Y'all don't want to tell the truth today. He's never been a number one receiver type dude. Some of y'all going, oh, well, look at all the yards he got. Look at all these 4,000 yards and all that kind of stuff. I get all that. I get it. But he's really not that type of quarterback where you want to just say, here, Dak, you got it. You'll say that to Mahomes. You'll say that to Allen. You'll say that to Burrow. Some of y'all will say that to Justin Herbert. You'll say that to that. You'll hear Dak carry us through, carry us to the promised land. That ain't what we do for Dak. We say the offensive line, knock these guys backwards. Zeke, Tony Pollard, go to work. That's what we say. We don't say, here you go, Dak. You can't even name, who is Buffalo's running back? I mean, good God. Is it Singletary? Nobody ain't saying he a Pro Bowl running back. You don't say, hey, we're going to turn this ball game over to Devin Singletary, and he's going to carry us through. Nobody don't say that. They say, Josh Allen, take us to the promised land. I like the running back from Kansas City, Pacheco, and that guy and McKinnon. But the Kansas City don't come in saying, we're going to let these guys run and take over the game. We want them to win it for us. No, they don't. They say, Patrick Mahomes, drive the car, sir. Carry us where we need to go. You don't go into the Dallas Cowboy locker room saying, Dak Prescott, sir, we want you to play like the NFL MVP today. We want you to throw the ball 45 times. We want you to throw for 400 yards. We want at least 3 to 4 touchdowns from you. That's what we got to have from you every week. We got to have this every week. You don't say that to Dak Prescott like you say that to them guys like that, the Aaron Rodgers of the world and all that kind of stuff. You don't do it because you know that ain't him. Why is Kellen Moore trying to make him like that? That's my whole point. Why is Kellen Moore trying to make Dak Prescott the NFL MVP? That does not work. No knock against you, Dak, but you know. And the offensive line got to be straight, which leads to my next subject. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's our real first somewhat drama. Terrence Steele gone. You don't know by now, which I'm quite sure you do, because you're a responsible Cowboy fan. You know that by now, Terrence Steele has torn both his MCL and his ACL. He's done for the year. He is gone. There's no coming back this year. Hopefully he'll be ready for training camp, but he's done. Tell you what the Cowboys did to fast forward it off. And I hope they don't do it again. And I celebrate the potential of what I'm getting ready to say, but at the same time, I'm very cautious. Josh Ball went into the game and just got annihilated. He was horrible. One of the interceptions Dak had was because of him. His man got by there easily. Dak's arm got hit because Josh let his man get to him. Ball flooded there deep in our territory of the pick. Josh Ball was horrible. Got whipped from the time he walked in to the time he got replaced. He got whipped. And for those that keep, for the Cowboys coaching staff, they think you're going to get anywhere with Josh Ball on your line, you're sadly mistaken. That's Terry Turner is how you go home quick, too. When you put the wrong people in the wrong spots. What did the Cowboys do? Kudos to them. Real quick. They pulled out a guy that never played the position in Peters. Put him over at right tackle, the Hall of Famer that he is. Didn't hear nothing else from that guy that was over there. Peters shut that down. You put Peters over there. So it shouldn't be no discussion on who's starting the rest of this week. I mean, for the next game or so. Josh Ball should not see the field unless there's an injury, which leads to this question. Because Cowboy fans on paper, with the addition of Tyron Smith, Hey, that's your cousin, Justin. I'm sorry. Justin Ball, I don't know if that's your cousin or not, but if it is your cousin, your cousin got whipped. And I'm not trying to be funny. You say he didn't play well. I agree with you 100%. Not trying to be funny, just call it like it is. Josh should not be on the field. He was not ready. He was not ready. Now, he's gonna get some extra reps in practice this week. So you see what I'm saying? You can't just fall in there. And it'd be interesting to know, Justin. I don't know if that's really your cousin or not, but what would be interesting to know is how many reps he was getting previously in practice, because he was not ready to go. Now he's going to get some reps now because Terrence is gone, and you got to have a swing tackle ready. I believe Josh Ball is probably going to be our swing tackle now. Here's the beauty or a dream of mine. It on paper, listen to me. On paper, the Dallas Cowboys probably now are probably the best offensive line in football now. Look at this line. We all know Tyron Smith most definitely coming back this week now. Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith is left guard, Biotish at center, Zach Martin at right guard, Jason Peters at right tackle. I got 3 Hall of Famers, no doubt Hall of Famers on this line. 3 who move people, and a young dog in Tyler Smith who moves people as well. This is the best on paper now. On paper. This actually, the Cowboys, actually, even with Terrence gone, this on paper, this is the best offensive line in football. No other line can produce this. Yeah, I know they're older. I get it. But Jason Peters, ever since he got on the field this year, he's still the same Jason Peters to me. Moving people around, blocking folks, knocking them on their tail. Tyron Smith, on paper, even though he ain't played in a while, on paper, we all know what he can do. On paper. I say it on paper, y'all. On paper. Tyler Smith is the truth, who's only going to get better and better every week. On paper. I'm trying to say it. On paper. See, I know Jason Peters running the ball. I've seen what he's done. He still moves people. He's still dominant. The problem is he's spotty. Okay? Tyron Smith is coming back after a long period of time. Maybe it take him just about a half to get his rhythm back, but there ain't people that's going to get over around him and all that kind of stuff. He's still Tyron Smith. He's still that dude. Everybody say he's this and that. Zach Martin. I ain't got to say nothing about Zach Martin. We all know how great he is. Now, on paper, this is the reason why they ought to be running even more. Forget about telling Dak Prescott, well, Dak Prescott would have all the time in the world. Man, I could care less about Dak Prescott posing back there for pictures and there. Run the football. Now, notice I said on paper. Here's the reality of it, though. Tyron Smith stay hurt. Jason Peters stay hurt. My 2 tackles are known for staying hurt. What happens if one of them go down? Do we turn to Josh Ball? I mean, Connor doesn't play. Connor does not. I mean, Connor would probably come in, and Tyler Smith would have to go, back to obviously if Tyron go down. But what about that right tackle spot over there? If Peters goes down, I mean, he is 40 years old, y'all. He is 40. We've given him a break. Has his body healed up enough to where he can at least last these next month and a half? I mean, on paper, I'm excited. I would love to see it, but can we really depend on the health of these guys? And who knows? Maybe the Lord would touch their bodies and let them finish out the year. Maybe that might happen. Hopefully it does. I would love to see it. But my question is, who is backing up those guys, though? The two tackles. Because they are known for getting hurt. They are known for not lasting. They are known for they almost remind me of Anthony Davis. They remind me of Anthony Davis on the Lakers. I mean, you just don't know. Anthony Davis can score 50 points one game and then be out the next 2 weeks. Why? Because he just walked to the mailbox and tripped over a rock. Now his whole body just shut down. This is what it is with Tyron Smith. This is what I don't know how it was with Peters in Philadelphia. Maybe I need a Philadelphia Eagle fan on here to tell me about him. All I know is what he's been with the Cowboys, and I know he's not been playing exclusively. He gets in spots, but now we're asking him to play X amount of plays for a whole game now. Can his body hold up for the next half? I mean, for the next, when he injured already earlier this year in practice, I think he messed up his pectoral muscle. I'm not sure. Has that healed up yet? I know he wanted to get back and play one. I forgot what game that was. I mean, I don't know. But I do know they're getting ready to ask him to be our right tackle. And they want him to play X amount of plays. I mean, is he? On paper, I love it. 3 Hall of Famers on the offensive line, 3? Oh, yes, sir. Oh, my God. Yeah, you put them on Madden, you can see how this thing gonna work for real. You put them on Madden, you're gonna be very happy. In real life, though, I'm like, oh my God, can Tyron Smith just can he make it? Can he make it? Can Jason Peters can he make it? Can he make it? I mean, seriously. And who's the backup? Who is the backup? That's my question. Who is the backup for this guy? And Terry, there's the prescription. There's the prescription, Terry. Terry says it best. This is what you do. This is what you do. Because that, Kellen, you don't know what Kellen gonna do. He may try to make Dak the MVP for real now. Because he got all this protection up front. But Terry says it right. This is what you do. You're supposed to run the ball. You protect the line. And Prescott by having them guys going forward. All right? Will Kellen Moore do this? Everybody say together, we don't know. Because we don't. Because you don't know how Kellen Moore going to act. Here's my last notes of the day. If you watched the game yesterday, and Shane, you already beat me to it. I promise you, it's in my notes right here. I'm just to prove it to you, Shane. Let me show you my notes. Look at this. I know you can't see this right here. But number 3. Let me put it there. Y'all can't see it. Look at number 3 there. Now look at number 3, Shane. Joseph, Peters, and Smith. There you go. So, the other big question mark yesterday was Andy Brown is gone for the year. How Boss Man was going to act or how he was going to play. Let me just go on, cut across the field and tell you now. Boss Man got lit up yesterday by a guy who I haven't heard about all year, whoever this Moore kid was from Houston. He tore alive Kelvin Joseph. I saw Kelvin Joseph make one play. which was at a critical time. He made the play. But other than that, this kid had over 100 yards receiving against us, and it wasn't against Diggs. They didn't even go to Diggs' side at all. They didn't go to Diggs' side at all. They didn't. They went strictly over there to Boss Man Fat. And like I told y'all, it was gonna be interesting to see how Dan Quinn was gonna play this thing. Dan Quinn, in my view, played it wrong, and he need to change it up real quick because that was just a kid who I ain't never heard of from Houston more. But if you talking playoffs, you gonna see some folks, some real folks that's better than Moore. And you got to get out this man, this macho man defense, one-on-one stuff. Boss man look, y'all talking about Andy Brown. I did too. But Andy Brown didn't give up that many plays. Good Lord. He got cooked yesterday. Boss man Fat got destroyed yesterday. Yes, he did. And if this is what the future is going to look like, along with our run defense, you can rest assured on third downs, like it was yesterday, they're coming to the Boss Man Fat side. And I'm not sure he can play man defense. I kept telling y'all. And I know what he's trying to do. But when you start losing players, that Coach Quinn, you got to change it up. You got to recognize it. Stop hoping. We ain't got time for hope now. We need for some sureties. We ain't got time to experiment. Let's just let him run some more man defense. He gonna catch on. Look, it's playoff time. We ain't got time to catch on. You got Philly coming to town. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. That's two sides. He gonna have to guard one of them. You ain't got time to go one-on-one with Devontae Smith. If you letting this kid more kill you like that, you ain't got it. No, we ain't got time. If you get to the playoffs, let's just say we go see Minnesota again. Okay, you probably gonna have to see Adam Thielen. Thielen gonna tear a knot hole in him. Huh? I don't. Let's call it like it is. I'm sorry. Coach Quinn made a living in Seattle from the cover 3 defense. I've never seen him run man like this. He didn't do all this even when he was in Atlanta. I know he didn't do it in Seattle because they ran the cover 3 all the time. Sherman wasn't good. Richard Sherman wasn't good at one-on-one coverage. He purposely ran a cover 3. That's how Richard Sherman got so great. Dang what he did in Kentucky. This ain't Kentucky. This is not the SEC. This is the NFL. What the boss man did at Kentucky was just at Kentucky. This is not Kentucky no more. You get your tail cracked easily, which is exactly what happened by a receiver who I ain't never heard of. And I'm not saying boss man should not start. What I am saying is, okay, when he came in against Green Bay, Christian Watson tore him up. Okay? Y'all remember the touchdown Watson had? Couldn't even keep up with him. Okay? When he came in last week, boss man was getting tore up again. Played today. Yesterday, he got tore up again. You know what need to happen? I'm just saying, because we got a pretty decent wide receiving core. Kelvin Joseph need to get baptized by just put CeeDee Lamb on him the whole practice. Whatever route tree we get, let CD run it against Kelvin Joseph all week. Cause see if he can go with CD outside and just let him get cracked, let him get torched, let him do all that. But he need to go against CD all week. Seriously. And see, unfortunately for us, and Coach Breedlove, I see what you're saying here. I see what you're saying. I'm a slightly big to differ. I think Hooker has enough range still that he can play free safety. Now I may be wrong on that, Coach. I think Hooker is definitely smart enough. The only question is his range. I think he can do it. I think Hooker can do it. Now I don't know if he got enough range. He ain't Earl Watson now. He not that. I'm not saying he that, but I think he got enough range to get there. I know Curse can't do it. Curse is a little bit too stiff. Donovan Wilson has to play inside. I get that. But Donovan, I get it. I think Hooker can do it. I mean, it's only one way to find out. But as soon as once he can't make it with the range, then forget that. I think Hooker has enough range, not Earl Watson speed, but I think it's good enough that we can get by with. I ain't gonna really get by. I think Hooker actually play well, Coach. I'm sorry, Hooker can do that. I think Hooker can, and that's what you're gonna need, because one thing for sure, Coach, I'm almost, look, I done seen enough, because I already know what the game plan is. Every offensive coordinator passing the ball is saying, when we pass the ball, we're going to see that dude right there. We're going to see Boss Man Fat until he proved to us he can shut stuff down. Every offensive coordinator fit to do that. And if the game plan is to go man to man, we're going to be in trouble, because he give up too many easy plays. He play off the ball too much on third down. I mean, come on. He play off, he tried to press and jam. I see him pressing and jamming, but people still catching. He does not do well on slant routes, which is pretty much everybody, but he been really getting cracked on it. I'm just saying, we got to change something up. We got to change something up, y'all. That's just my view. I've seen enough with the man-to-man defense with Boss Man Fat. It don't look good. And then I know what's coming. I know what's coming down the line. And especially we talking playoffs. Y'all can go down the list. Y'all see who ahead of us, even though everybody talking about, Tampa Bay is just, they're really not playing. Well, okay. We go down there to Tampa Bay and you got Mike Goodwin or Mike Evans against Boss Man Fat. Who you banking your money on? You don't think Brady would love to see that? Because that's where he's going. He ain't going to mess with Trayvon Diggs. And you got Goodwin over there against, I'm just going down the list. Who else y'all got? You got Seattle. Seattle, okay? Seattle is Metcalf. I think they'll make Diggs travel, so I ain't worried about that. But then you got Tyler Lockett against Boss Man. Who you putting your money on? Tyler Lockett or Boss Man? Okay, y'all. I got confidence in my boys. Okay, all right. I ain't got no problem with it. Okay, fine. Let's go on down the list. We already know about Philadelphia. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Who you got your money on against Boss Man Fat? I'm just going down the leaders. Who else? Who I'm missing? The Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Against one or the other against Boss Man. Who you got your money on? Oh, that's where they going. Y'all see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got to tighten this thing up. See, I'm more confident with Andy Brown there, because even though Andy Brown got some plays put on him, he ain't let that many play. This kid yesterday had over 10 catches for over 100 yards. I'm like, can we run a cover 2, please, or something? If we don't run a cover 3, give me cover 2. Just give me something, because man to man ain't working. Give me something. You got to give me something different. I'm sorry. I just can't let Boss Man Fat kill my kill my season. I can't. I saw that yesterday. We got a problem there. I'm just going through the game. We got a problem. Yeah, we won the game. God bless you. But that kid, Moore from Houston, he had his greatest game yesterday. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. And we need to have some type of changes rather quickly. You say you want to see Izzy and get a crack at corner in some packs that like his size and his ability to locate the ball. But JD, can he play man coverage? Because this is what see, Izzy is kind of the cornerback that Dan Quinn likes. Yeah, you said that, Terry. Yeah, but see, Izzy is the type, and that goes for Nashawn Wright as well. Tall cornerbacks who are not just gifted fast, but they're rangy. And they're perfect for his cover 3 scheme. Perfect for it. Perfect. That's Dan Quinn type corner. Tall, lanky, ain't necessarily jet fast. That's what he likes. But I know one thing, one of the strengths of Kelvin Bossman Fat or Joseph was when he came out of Kentucky, they were all, one of his main thing was say he's a man-to-man corner who's physical and is a press cornerback. In other words, when he lines up right on the cornerback. There's really not a lot of gap at all. He puts his hand on people. That was his reputation. That's the way Dan Quinn is playing them. Guess what? It ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. And because it ain't working, I need to see some changes. Because I've seen enough. Now, I'm not the coach of the Cowboys, and we probably going to get some man-to-man defense this week coming up against Jacksonville. It's going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be real interesting. We'll see. All right, last thing. Y'all excited today about T.Y. Hilton. Okay. He should be healthy. That's for sure. He ain't played all year. He was hurt last year. He ought to be ready to go. So that's what I think Coach McCarthy said that today. All right, T.Y. Hilton. Now, what does that do? For some of y'all sad because y'all already know what that means. Your dreams of having Odell Beckham is officially gone out. Goodbye. It's over. Notice the key thing that Coach McCarthy said. He's ready to go now. Okay, y'all. Now I read that to say because what you heard about when he started talking about Odell already said, I'm ready to play for the playoffs. Jerry has said, listen, we got to have something this year. We got to have something this year. So they went for the sure thing. They talked about this guy. T.Y. early in the year. If y'all remember, this was the name that was thrown up before almost in the season, beginning of the season, or the middle of it, T.Y. Hilton. So the Cowboys obviously have had their eye on him for a while. And to me, I believe they just made the decision, okay, we're going to go for the sure thing, and we ain't going for a pipe dream. See what I'm saying? I just think that they made the decision to go ahead and go with T.Y. T.Y. should be ready to go. Of course, he has to learn, our playbook and all that kind of stuff. But I'm quite sure by Sunday, I'm quite sure that they'll have some things already ready for him to go. He's a veteran. He knows how to play. He knows how to get ready. I promise you, I believe he's going to be ready to go. Now, what does that mean? Mm, I think you probably need to keep your eye on about James Washington as well. I say you got two wide receivers that came back. Washington, now you signed T.Y. Your little dream of Odell, which I didn't want him anyway. I made that perfect clear on my show, and I think y'all can let that go now. We're gonna roll with Ty and see what happens. Okay. So again, in closing, I guess all this yip yap about you're right, Coach Breedlove. On paper, this line is intimidating. 3 Hall of Fame guys, you know. But in reality, we got some guys at our tackle position that are known, these last few years of being consistently hurt. Tyron Smith, Jason Peters is 40 years old, y'all. I mean, come on now. He's 40. So let's please keep that in mind. And he's still moving people. There's no doubt about that. He's still moving people. He's still pushing them out of the way. He's still knocking folks down. But what he has not done this year was asked to be called upon to play a whole bunch of snaps. That's what we're getting ready to do. Can his body hold up? That's the only question I got for both of them. If their body holds up, look out. Look out. It probably will be one. It will exactly, Coach. If the body holds up, and it's a big if for both of them, for Jason Peters and Tyron Smith, if their body's some kind of miracle can hold up for the rest of this season, look out. This would be probably one of the better offensive lines in the whole game, if not the best. But in reality, my question then becomes, who do we have at backup? Because it's a good chance that we might, those guys may see some time. Josh, Justin, if you still here, if that's truly your cousin, Josh Ball, he's not ready to play. Not trying to be, funny or anything. It's just that the film says that he's not ready. If that's your cousin, I guess you don't need to tag him in my show. I'm not trying to, but it's in case he sees it or you screenshot this or clip this video and send it to him. Mr. Ball, no knock against you, sir. You wanted, to make the league is a tremendous accomplishment, but there are levels to this thing. And when the time had came for you yesterday to crank it up a little bit, that was a reason why Jason Peters finished the game. Just the truth. Hopefully this week he'll get better because we all know he's going to get some major reps in practice. And he just might have to be called upon because, like I said, I don't trust the health of Tyron Smith and I don't trust the health of Jason Peters as well. I don't. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I close with this. Dak Prescott should be receiving ridicule today. He just did a 98-yard touchdown drive. I saw Brady do it the week before, and everybody praised Brady. Oh, what a player. Oh, what a great player. Tom Brady did it again. Oh, what a drive. You left too much time on the clock. Tom Brady, oh my God, proves once again with this 90-some-odd-yard drive that he is incredible. Tom Brady, the god of football. Oh, what a player. Only Tom can do this. Only Tom can bring a team back on the last drive. He's done it again. The great Tom Brady. Dak Prescott do it, then y'all don't want to give him credit. Y'all want to talk about what his interception here and you know, same drive, same 90 some odd yards, same some odd yards. Eastside Harold, I didn't even know you were here. I don't even know why you even showed up. We beat your team. Let's get, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to highlight his thing. Eastside Harold is a Houston Texan fan. As y'all know, he likes to come on the show and throw his muscle. I don't even know why he showed up here today. You lost. We beat y'all. I don't even know why you even talking. Dink and Dak all it took to beat y'all. Talking about Dink and Dak only beats quarterbacks like Davis Mills. We 10-3. We don't beat some old folks, sir. We 10-3. We're not 3-10. You understand? Yeah, Mike. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Thank you, Mike. Did y'all see when Baker Mayfield threw the touchdown a couple weeks ago? Oh my God, Baker Mayfield is back. Baker Mayfield is back. Oh my God. He proves why he was the #1 draft pick in the entire league. He proves why he should have the State Farm commercials. He proves that it makes no difference whether he gets off a plane 24 hours. He has the capability. He has the mental capacity to learn a playbook in less than 48 hours and perform at a high level. Oh my God, Baker Mayfield. Could he be the next starting quarterback in the Los Angeles Rams history franchise, especially since Matthew Stafford looks like has a career-ending injury? They may not need to go to the draft because they have Baker Mayfield, the #1 draft pick at the NFL draft a couple years ago. Oh, what a franchise player. What a throw. Look at the placement of the ball. When he threw it, it was just a perfect ball. What a drive by Baker Mayfield. This is what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying it. Oh, my God. On today, we'll give Baker Mayfield his credit. On today, Dak Prescott got double ridiculed. Mike Evans, why you make me do that? Huh? Dak Prescott drove team 98 yards now. That was 98-yard drive. I saw the same thing with Tom Brady. The world went crazy. They ain't giving Dak even the credit for the win. They saying, well, he can't. If the Cowboys play like this, they can't win a playoff game. Can we talk about just the game yesterday? Can we talk about that? What he did do? Why you got to fast forward to the playoffs? Give the man his credit for what he did yesterday. That what you did for Brady? Lord knows that's what you did for Baker Mayfield. Can my quarterback get the same energy? Huh? No, he can't. Because it's Dak Prescott. What y'all say? Well, we don't know if he can do it when the money's on the line. He did it yesterday. He has to show why he's a franchise quarterback. He did it yesterday. Some of y'all Cowboys are saying, well, he got to do it later on. No, we'll wait. When the time comes, we'll see. Those are the games that the Cowboys usually lose yesterday. What is it called? I ain't even opened up the line yet, but let me open it up. Lord have mercy. I ain't even opened up the line.
Eastside.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
I don't even know who that is. But hello. I ain't even opened up the line, but go ahead. Who are you?
Man, it's Eastside.
Eastside. What's up, man?
Hey, man, are you really celebrating the win against Jeff Driscoll and Davis Mills? A tight game?
Eastside Harold. I got one simple question for you. Did we win or did we lose? Which one would you rather be? 10-3 or 9-4? Which one would you rather? Because see, if we would have lost, oh my God. Can you imagine the talk of the day? if we had lost. But all I need to ask you is this: did we win the ball game?
Why would you even in a position struggling against a 1-win team?
You didn't.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a massacre. Remember?
You didn't.
It was supposed to be a blowout.
You didn't answer my.
Yeah,
question.
was a 17-point favorite.
You didn't answer my question. He said. You didn't answer my question. I didn't.
You won, sir. You squeaked out a victory
No.
Davis Mills and Driscoll.
Again, you're putting
Jeff Driscoll.
Yeah. Again, you're putting little sizzle on your answer. All I asked you was. All I asked you was, did we win or did we lose? That's all I want to know.
Hey man. Huh? Dak Prescott is very impressive against quarterbacks like David Mills and Jeff Driscoll. I'll give you his props. He beats them guys all the time. He beats guys like them all the time. But when he plays Brady and the Rodgers and the other big boys, it's always a different story. But if you can put Dink and Dak in the Hall of Fame playing quarterbacks like Davis Mills and Jeff Driscoll. He had an all-world performance, a 90-yard. Why did he have to go 90 yards? Why wasn't he blowing out Davis Mills and Jeff Driscoll?
I got a question.
They look like all pros.
I got a better question than that. Eastside. Why didn't y'all score to close the game out so we didn't have to go 98 yards? See, y'all showed me why you won 1-10 football team. You was at the 1 yard line.
Hey, brother. Hey, man. The Texans are bad this year. I'll give you that, sir.
1 yard.
I'll give you that. They are a bad team, sir. They ain't giving Lovie Smith nothing to work with. But hey, we'll be a lot better when we put Bryce Young and Damian Pierce together. You know, Damian Pierce ran all over you. He was going for 100-some yards.
Hey, he said, number one, I ain't talking about the future. Look, you're in the future. You're getting ready for the draft. I'm getting ready for the playoffs. You see that difference?
You'll be getting ready after week 1 in the playoffs because you're going to be one and done. Because the Texans exposed y'all as a one and done team.
I thank you for your contribution, Eastside, because you ain't talking about that. Get off my phone, man. Goodbye. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and effort. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right, phone line is I guess it's open now because good God Almighty, I ain't got that. Okay, I got somebody on pod, man. I think it's Coach Marv. So let's see where he at. Let me see what's going on here. Coach Marv, I think he's on. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe my coach is on. Coach Marv, you in here? All right. I got you. I can hear you loud and clearly. First of all, everybody, if you can hear Coach Marv, give me a yes. Matter of fact, did y'all just hear Eastside? Somebody let me know real quick. Coach, I know you heard him. But everybody else, can you hear Coach Marv start talking? I'm going to let Coach Marv go ahead and get drunk. If y'all can hear him, somebody put "we hear him" while he talking. Go ahead. Go ahead, Coach. Yeah. You won one game. Good God. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Coach, yeah. Let let me cut you off on that real quick. You probably this gigantic elk. Um, let me cut you off because the only people that can hear you right now is the people that may be on Podbean. Uh, they can't hear you, and it's something that is going on with me. But I'm gonna reiterate what you just said. Just switch up to the typing. I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna shut you off on it. Just kind of give them what they say. I don't know if that's gonna get it or not, but we can try it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do that. Yeah, call the regular line. Call the regular line. All right, all right, all right. Coach is getting ready to call the. We always enjoy his comments. He's about to call in on the call in line, real quick, and you'll see that in just a second. Wait, I ain't want y'all to miss that. We always enjoy Coach Marv's perspective on everything. So I ain't want y'all guys to miss that. So he's getting ready to call in just a second, I would think. And we'll see. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me for not knowing what's going on here. Oh, just in case he come back. Here he is. I believe this is him.
Call from
Coach Marv.
All right. I believe y'all can hear him now. I apologize for that. Coach Marv is in the house. Coach, go ahead and just kind of start back over real quick on what you were saying because they didn't hear anything you said.
Right, and I know, I really was talking about the cornerback play. I don't think the cornerback play was as bad as people were saying it was on yesterday. That and with the and that you're gonna get some passes caught against you, and when teams go to this quick passing game that they were in, because of their fearful of our pass rush, and they're trying to get the ball out of their hands quick.
Mm-hmm.
You may get some underneath passes, and you may have they take a couple of chances here and there, but like I said, our defensive backs haven't really gave it up a lot of passing yards in a game. I just think that, and with them being so young, and with Joseph getting his first real playing time, I think it's going to pay dividends. He's going to get better. And with the cover 3 scheme you wanted to go with, I don't believe that our safety is Malik Hooker is that guy that is that rangy guy that can go from sideline to sideline with blazing speed. Yeah. And if he's not in the right spot,
He's sometimes he's a little late. I'm not saying he's playing bad, but I don't think he has that on the roof type speed at the middle safety where he can cover great amount of field in a very short period of time,
and on a consistent basis too.
Right, on a consistent basis. So I think what Quinn tries to do is he kind of says, okay, I really want you just to really at the middle safety really protect the middle of the field, but the sidelines, we basically going in that cover 3 when they playing deep third. They're probably gonna have one-on-one when they're in the deep third and something go there. I don't have a safety that can get over there and be maybe 2-on-1, or if the ball is not right, then he's gonna be able to help. So you really gonna be by yourself over there on those deep thirds.
Yeah.
And I did like the worst pass play I saw again. I said is when Donovan Wilson got beat down the sideline because Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker was in play, and for a guy to make a very uncontested catch and they're there, that was poor because they didn't attack the football, and they were there. So that's the thing that gets with me is that when you're in position to make a play, I want to see the aggressiveness to go and just try to make a play on the ball and not be that far away from the ball and not even get your hands into a receiver to even maybe say it's a pass interference.
Yeah.
Because that's you got to make those plays. And with boss man fact, I mean, we got to just think about it. Guys are going to catch the football. I think when we start judging guys, every time somebody catches the football against a guy, and they say, man, they targeting the guy. He caught an out pass. He caught a slant pass. Let me tell you something, people. If you jump the slant pass and you really reading the slant, but if that's the only way you really gonna stop it, because if the ball is on time and the ball is in the right place, the only job you can do is try to make the zone of the quarterback throw be in a certain spot. When you play cornerback play, we used to tell our cornerbacks is this: make the catch radius and the area that the ball got to be in as small as possible. That's what your job is. So you make the quarterback throw perfect passes. You make the guy make a great route, and the ball has to be in. And if he makes if it's off a little bit, it's a broken up pass, so you can be able to intercept it. That's how close you want you to be. Mm-hmm. But if the ball's on time and it's in the right spot, we want you to make the tackle.
Yeah.
And it's a cat and mouse game about what you take away and what you don't. But I just don't think the intensity of our total team was where I wanted to be, because I think we need to buckle the screws down on our team for the loosey-goosey play.
Yeah.
I don't even get into Big Show. I don't even get into the Dak Prescott stuff. No. Because let me tell you something. There's the stuff I've heard today from Cowboy fans, it's from other people. If there's nothing that Dak Prescott can do to make people say is he a good quarterback. Yeah. And he's under the stigma of one thing and two things, and I don't even want to go on one of them, but one of the stigmas he's under. And this is for a lot of players that come into the league. And Tom Brady had to deal with this for a long time. That's what motivated him so much about it. And he still talks about it, that he was a 4th round draft pick as a quarterback. And they keep that stigma on a quarterback for as long as he's in, and he's always scrutinized if he has anything goes bad, that he wasn't good as these number 1 draft picks. And the number 1 draft picks get chances over and over again based on where they were drafted at, because people don't want to say they was wrong.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes in at.
Yeah.
And then with the T.Y. Hilton, I see that it looks like in our running game yesterday, it was what we call shut-up runs. Mm-hmm. we're going to run the ball up the middle, run the ball up the middle, run the ball up the middle. If we start making runs on the outside, we're going to stop that because we want to run the ball up the middle because we're going to run the ball because this is going to shut you up and say that we ran the football. But our objective is that we want to pass. And it's crazy that Teddy Bruschi, right? From the NFL Network or the NFL, not network, ESPN. Wow. It is crazy in his interview before the game yesterday that he said, and I love Teddy Bruschi. Teddy Bruschi is a championship guy. He has a championship mentality. But his exact words was Kellen Moore will be our downfall because he's going to use these next couple of games, just before the game started now. He's going to use these next couple of games and throw it all around the yard to try to make Dak Prescott in the passing game look good to get a job. Mm. Now, out of everybody in TV land, Teddy Bruschi said that, and you know he got so much flack from the other people talking about, and they wanted to make it so that, oh man, you got receivers in the passing game, got it. They wanted to make it show that no, you gotta get the passing game up because I just don't understand. Every football person out there, every announcer, all these people around, all them no big show, that if we are a balanced team and our running game gets going and we grind on people and make big plays in the passing game, they know that we are hard. We are very, very hard to beat. And the best way to get us off of that is to the fool's goal of no, you got to do it a different way. Yep. So Kellen Moore, I think people don't understand. In this offense yesterday, you didn't see CeeDee Lamb go in motion very much. They talked about last week about how they was getting him open. CeeDee Lamb was so excited about how he was getting open because they were putting him in motion every play, putting him in different spots.
Forgot about it. You forgot about it.
It's almost that we're playing this really immature game about trickery. And I've said this before. If you're trying to hide stuff on film because you're not trying to show people stuff, or you're trying to change stuff up because they must have saw this and we were successful in this and we're going to change stuff up and we're going to trick people. People, when you get to this stage and you get to the bigger game, and when we get to the playoffs, the tricks are for children. Mm-hmm. There's not going to be too many tricks. You got to be able to impose your will on the team, and the team that imposes their will on the other team and make the least amount of mistakes, and the more physical football team are usually the ones standing at the end in the winner circle. Yep. So if we're not going to get our identity and learn that hey, doing these two games, we're going to mold our identity, foster our identity. We're going to do what we do best and what makes us go 40-some points a game. And we're going to continue to do that. And then we're going to make sure that you have to go overly adjust to stop that, where it makes everything else easier. We're not going to change before you even stop us. Yeah. That's called dumb.
Well,
but this is when you get jinky guys.
We didn't even start off, Coach. We started off gunning. You know what I'm saying?
We started off gunning because we came in the game plan and saying, oh, I guess, this is where, they're going to be ready for the run.
Yeah, exactly. He tried to be the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, you know who I'm going to say this right quick, Big Show. You know who one of the dumbest CEOs in the history of CEOs? Mm-hmm. You know who that was?
Who was that?
It was the guy that said he was going to change the Coca-Cola formula. Mm-hmm. A formula that has made Coca-Cola the biggest brand of soda in the world by far. They were 5 times bigger than Pepsi. But somebody came out with an ingenious idea after 100 years of the Coca-Cola formula, got your place at the biggest soda company in the world, that we were going to change the formula and go to the new Coke. And they lost ground that they never gained back.
Yeah.
So what it is about life is this, and football is no different. If you have your players preach your identity, and if your players in their interviews talk about your identity, if you don't do what your players are saying and they believe in their heart, you're not going to be successful, because they're not going to be totally bought into what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's hey man, and don't need to get on with that. You know, some big time, I wouldn't even, it's almost to the point that people say what they have to say about Dak and let that roll on, because it's a losing battle to fight that, because, and it's generated by our own media. It's generated, and you know who started this really? Is the way Cowboys handled Dak Prescott in this and their stuff, and they set the tone for the rest of the country to handle Dak this way.
Yep. No doubt about it.
So
can't win.
That's right. So that, and I wouldn't even listen when they asked Jerry talking about, he said, "Oh, that's what that's Dak." See, if you know how you could have handled that, you need to ask him. Say, why are you asking me a question about that? That's our franchise quarterback. That's what he does. Yeah. He did that 18, 19 times before.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
That's what other quarterbacks do.
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for big time.
All right.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Coach Marr, graciously allowed us in. You know, he said something earlier just in there that I'm just going to tag in on, which I have a problem with. It's no sense in me lying about it. And Coach is not right. I'm not going to try to push back on him. But listen, by now, y'all help me here because y'all watch football too. By now, you ought to know what your identity is. Even though you have the ability to attack defenses different ways, even though you have that and you can do that, you still have your base formula of how to saying, look, this is who we are. And at any time, we can go ahead and crank this up on you at all times. This is how we want to play. But if you force us to play a different way, we can beat you like that too. Kellen Moore has an identity problem, and it ain't just started now. He's had this identity problem ever since he has been the coordinator. This team, when he took over as offensive coordinator, they predicated their whole offense on 2 things. Offensive line, Ezekiel Elliott. When some kind of way this thing got twisted. And maybe it was partially because you had Cooper and you had Gallup. And later on, you had his CD, and you just had to say, oh my God, we can't help but throw the ball. But in the same breath, the foundation of his offense, and he's been offensive coordinator, has been offensive line, Ezekiel Elliott. That sounds like running game to me. Then with the emergence of Tony Pollard, the way he could have done this last year. He did it last year. That's why we were saying, give Tony Pollard the ball. This is what happens when he gets the ball. And then the playoff game, if y'all remember, they said, we got to put the ball in the hands of Tony Pollard, only to let him get the ball 4 times against the 49ers in the playoff game, which I still do not understand to this day. But you knew that the thing had shifted. Last year when we ran off all the win, it was because Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard was killing people on the ground. The identity was there last year. He flipped it. And made Dak Prescott or tried to make him the next NFL MVP. He did. He messed it up. And I'd be dang, right around this time last year, when you saw the formula with Cooper Rush, it was not hard to figure out. We ran the football. When Dak Prescott came back a couple of games, we ran the football. Same thing. Offensive line, running backs. And then all of a sudden, he got amnesia. Y'all heard Coach Marv, he just told the absolute truth. Do y'all remember CeeDee Lamb was going in motion? Did y'all see that at all yesterday? I didn't. And I don't care nothing about those 1 or 2 plays. He was running just about every trip last week. It opened everything up. This week he stood still like a statue. And he passed the ball like he was crazy. I've been preaching it for the last, God knows how many years since he took over. I got a TikTok video that's been seen over by 4,000 people. 4,000 people. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is my brother-in-law. I don't know if he's watching or not.
Hey, what's going on now?
I am on my show. Who is this? This is my nephew?
Nah, this is Dad.
Hey, this Dad saying I'm on I'm on my podcast right now. I'm doing my show live right now. I'll call you back.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's right. I didn't know. I thought that was my nephew playing. He's a wide receiver. He's going to the transfer portal now. Most of y'all know that my nephew was a wide receiver, one of the wide receivers for Vanderbilt University. He's now in the transfer portal. We'll find out soon. Maybe that's what that phone call was about. Maybe that was his father. Find out where my nephew is going to go next year. He has 3 years of eligibility left. 2 years, I'm sorry, of eligibility left. I do know a couple schools that are asking for him, and there's some big time schools there. So y'all just stay tuned. I ain't call them out because I don't want to get them in no type of trouble or anything like that. Just understand. Let me say this: he'll be on TV a lot. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, Kellen Moore. If he don't stop with this insatiable desire to have Dak Prescott be the MVP of the league, trying to get his numbers up and all, he ain't got to get no more numbers up. He got the bag. He got a $40 million contract. You know, look, do what you got to do to win the game, man. I don't understand why we got to go through this same thing every year. And you better get it in gear quick. Truth be told, these few weeks here for the flyby. Coach Marv, I know you on here. I got one more thing. We'll close it out. We're going to close it out quick. Because Coach Marv is an offensive line type guru type of guy. Coach Marv called right back in. I know you still there. Hopefully you are. I need you to talk to us about on paper. I don't know if you hear when I said it before. Call in, Coach Marv, if you're still there. On paper. I want anybody else to call in real quick. Come on, I'm sorry. I want to limit Coach Marv. On paper, this offensive line ought to be awesome. But because of injuries, I can't, or because of injury history, let me put it that way. I'm nervous now. And I got to know who my backups are. Call back in, Coach, if you're still there. That's the part that I think gonna tell a lot. Because if they are healthy, we really dominate. But if they're not, which is a high probability when you start talking about Tyron Smith and Jason Peters. When you start talking about them two, it's a high probability that they won't be healthy. If coach would have called in by now, so go ahead and call back in, or whoever wants to call in real quick. I got about 6 or 7 more minutes before I'm closing up shop. I've been on here for a while now. Come on, help me for that. But that's what I want to ask Coach Mom. I'm sorry I didn't get to ask him that. I really want to hear his perspective. He's an offensive line guru. That's what he coaches. I believe his perspective would have been real good on that. But maybe I'll get him back here at another time. I might do a video with him real quick and we'll talk about that exclusively, something like that. All right. I appreciate y'all hanging with me on tonight. We had fun. Hey, bottom line, we can complain all we want, and I guess myself is included in that. But the bottom line is this. As I asked Eastside Harold, did we win? Did we win or did we lose? That's really the bottom line. Did we win or did we lose? Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 1996, the Dallas Cowboys have won double-digit years. Yeah, we ain't used to this. We're not used to this. Before it's all said and done, I believe we're going to have about 11, 12 wins again. Then we worry about the playoffs. First, you got to win to get to the playoffs. We can't afford to lose. All right? Appreciate y'all, and we did what we did. Next, on to Jacksonville. On the pretty boy Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, on to him. Let's get him tuned up. All right. Let's go for 11-3. May not have a choice because Philadelphia not losing. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm happy we win it, because we got to keep up. Philadelphia is getting us there. Appreciate all y'all hanging with me. Spoon has already hit it up. For those that are left, go ahead and get the clapping emojis going. We'll make our way out of here. By now, you know all the ways to support the podcast. It's right there for you. You ought to know it by now. You know all the channels. You know how to follow me. I'm there. And we'll see how we kick it again on this Saturday at 3 p.m. Look for a little video coming. We're coming with a video momentarily this week because I'm really interested in this offensive line play. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been and will always be, y'all know I'm the man. I appreciate y'all hanging with me last night for that 3 Shots of Podcast show. Wasn't that awesome last night? Oh, I had fun. I did. I got to talk about other stuff other than Dallas Cowboys stuff. So, and it was incredible. All right. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for hanging with me. Y'all have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy the last bit of this Monday night football game. This has been, the Big Time Show.